Hey friends! my kids are making fun of me. You know, like that never happens. So, good morning guys. Listen, thank y'all for tuning in for yet another day of Mornings with Maggie. No, but for real, thank y'all so much. Y'all are so sweet to listen to me ramble about the passions of my heart and all the messages that you are sending me and questions you're asking me. I love that. So y'all are super sweet. Thank y'all so much. Okay, so today we're going to talk about smoothies. So I'm sure you know smoothies are a great way to hide nutrition for your kiddos, but smoothies are fantastic for a lot of different things, and you literally can hide just about anything in a smoothie. So if you can get your kids to drink smoothies, or even for yourself, I drink smoothies all the time, but I wanted to give you some really specific ingredients for the smoothies to help with, a lot of you have reached out to me about help for ADD, focus for your kiddos, anxiety, mood stuff. And so I wanted to tell you, this is a way that I like power pack nutrition for my kiddos. And we probably do smoothies 4 or 5 times a week. Okay. So it's amazing. Okay. So first I have to tell you, I do not follow a recipe. So I dump everything in my Vitamix. I love the Vitamix because it really, breaks everything down really great. I dump everything in the Vitamix and turn it on. So, but I'm going to tell you the components of the smoothie, and honestly, just be brave, okay? Just dump it in. Don't worry about a recipe. It's hard to do a recipe with smoothie. Taste it before you pour it, and if it needs more liquid or sweetener or whatever, then you can add that in. Yes. Not right now. Just a second when I get done. Because you can't reach them. Hold, please. Gotta have his vitamins. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Smoothies. Okay. Y'all have no idea the coordination of the chaos that we have to do to get a video done. That's why I tried to do them early, but didn't get to that today. So, okay, so your smoothie base. I'm going to show you what I use. Hey, Abby, why don't you take them upstairs? Okay, berries. Okay, this is new from Costco. And it is blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, kale, spinach, and bananas all mixed together, which is amazing. And they come in little pouches. So typically I actually buy all of this stuff separately, and I do, because we drink so much smoothies, or so many smoothies, however you say that. I buy the big bags of strawberries, big bags of blueberries, and big bags of power greens. I'll show you those, because I do have those. Power greens, okay, this big bag. I go through like one of those a week, okay? But let me give you another tip actually. Side note. These are frozen. When you get home, if you have a problem with so I buy these because they're like $4 for this huge bag of organic power greens. But for a lot of people, even for me going through it as quickly as I do, they will go bad. And so when you get home, stick them right in your freezer. You can put them in eggs, smoothies. I make like a frittata all the time. You can throw them in there frozen. They don't taste any different, but they don't go bad. So that's just a tip for you. Okay, so for your base, berries are fantastic. We also love mango. Strawberries and bananas, strawberries and blueberries specifically work together to help the brain connections work better, okay? So I love to mix strawberries and blueberries together for that reason. And blueberries themselves are super, super high in antioxidants and fiber, which both of those things are wonderful. I'm going to talk about a couple other components for fiber in your smoothie, but you want your kiddos or yourself to have fiber in the mornings because it helps steady your blood sugar through the day, and blood sugar is one of the most critical things for focus and brain health, okay? So I'm going to put these back in the freezer. All right, so for me, when I'm making a batch of smoothies that's gonna, I'm gonna give that to all my kiddos, I'll put a couple of those packets of berries, or I'll fill the Vitamix canister about 3/4 full with the actual fruit, okay? Next thing is milk or liquid. You can just use water, but this is another place that I like to make sure that I'm power packing with nutrition. And you want to make sure that the smoothie has protein of some sort in it. If you're just putting fruit in there, honestly, even though that's a natural sugar, it's still going to spike their blood sugar and not sustain them through the morning, okay? So it's not going to have the same effect that you're hoping for. Okay, so milk choices. Almond milk, okay, this is what we use. Almonds themselves are fantastic for dopamine, okay? So if you don't know what dopamine is, it's like the happy hormone, happy chemical naturally found in your body. When you are able to increase your dopamine, it steadies your mood, increases your mood, improves your mood, however you want to say that. And also it helps increase motivation and focus. So I usually use one of these for a smoothie, so I dump that whole thing in there. And one thing I want to mention too is make sure, okay, you turn over your almond milk or your coconut milk, or actually any products that you have in your home, and look for carrageenan. You do not want that anywhere near your kiddos, yourself, anybody in your family. Carrageenan. It's like Carageenan, I think is how you spell it. A lot of natural milks have that in there, and you do not want that in there. That is causes inflammation in the gut, okay? So you do not want that in there. Sorry, somebody had a question, but I can't see it all the way. Anyway, okay, so almond milk is fantastic, and it has great vitamin E, and it has great fiber, and I dump a whole one of these in there, and this is for a batch of for 7 people, okay? So carrageenan-free, organic, unsweetened almond milk. The other thing that I add in there a lot is coconut milk. And I buy the cans. I like the full fat coconut milk. Do not freak out about fat. We do not get enough fat, okay? I'm not talking about like a, Whataburger, hamburger, and fries kind of fat. I'm talking about healthy brain fats that your body actually really desperately needs. We do not get enough of those. Hold on. Okay, I had to turn that off. It was cooking over there. Okay, all right, so coconut milk. This is, if you've never used this kind of milk, this kind of coconut milk, because it's full fat, it'll be real thick on the top and then thin on the bottom. So before you use it, you just want to shake it up, open the can, and usually I will just do like a half a can with the almond milk too. Half a can in there, and then I'll use the other, half of it for later. But this is great just to have on hand as a staple in your pantry. It's good for a lot of things, so maybe I'll do another video on that. Okay, the other thing you can do if you don't have coconut milk, because you want to get coconut in your kiddos. Okay, so obviously we use a lot of coconut oil and coconut products, but coconut oil. You can just do a huge spoonful and drop that right into the smoothie, okay? They're never going to taste it. And coconut is fantastic for brain health. If you watched when my husband and I were talking about our bulletproof coffee and why he went into like all the sciencey stuff about that, I'm not going to totally do that, but the coconut itself is also another fiber, really high in fiber, and fantastic brain fuel and for memory. So you want to get as much coconut products, again, look for carrageenan free in your body, in your kiddo's body as you can. So cooking in the coconut milk, cooking in coconut oil, cooking with coconut oil, and then you can just put that coconut oil right into the smoothie, or you can use the coconut and almond together, okay? So fantastic for that. Okay, if you need a sweetener. I don't always put a sweetener in. A lot of times my kids' taste buds are not used to super sweet things because we don't do a lot of sugar. And so their taste buds are not, they're acclimated for that. But if you're working on transitioning your own taste buds. Like if you're used to drinking a, you know, Starbucks Frappuccino or whatever, something that is full of sugar in the morning, you might need a little bit of sweetener and kind of wean yourself down from that. So I don't always add honey. It depends on, you know, the other ingredients, if it needs a little bit of sweetener or not. But especially if you're kiddos, if you're trying to, you know, get their diet healthier and you want to, you know, kind of transition them away from that sweet taste, their taste buds will acclimate, okay? So go ahead and this is a great thing to have. You just don't want a ton of, even though this is, again, is a natural sugar with the fruit, you don't want that blood sugar spike. That's what you're trying to avoid. So, but you can add a little bit of this. We love the raw, unfiltered honey from Nature Nate's, and the honey itself, I mean, it's super good for you. You just don't want that all at one time. So it's full of minerals, and it is, I mean, it's great as a part of a healthy diet. So you just don't want, like I said, everything all in a drink at one time and have their blood sugar, you know, go through the roof, because it will do that even with a natural sugar. The other thing we add is brain octane oil, and how much honey. Honestly, it's kind of to taste. So if I was making one in a full blender, I honestly would probably put only about a tablespoon. So what I would do is start really slowly with the honey, put about a teaspoon, a tablespoon, depending on how much total smoothing that you're making, and then taste it before you pour it into your glass. Taste it. If it's not sweet enough for you, then add a little bit more and mix it again, okay? So I'm not a recipe person, sorry. Okay, brain octane oil, this is fantastic. This is another that is gonna, you can alternate with the coconut oil or this. If you're giving this to your kiddos, tiny bit, like in a whole blender full, I'll only do probably a teaspoon of this. It can upset tummies in the beginning as your body is learning to adapt to using it, but it is fantastic. So I put it in there. And I put all this stuff in there. But what kind of blender do I use? I use a Vitamix. Hold on, let me see if I can show you. That's what the Vitamix looks like. And it's like a professional blender, and it really blends up awesome. But I know there's a lot of other great brands out there too. But I like that one because, well, you can make soups in it. You can do all kinds of stuff in it. That is the most used appliance in my kitchen. I use it 2 or 3 times a day. So, and I think Vitamixes are on sale right now, and get a refurbished one, because this is a refurbished one, and I use it 2 or 3 times a day, and I've had it for a couple of years, and it's fantastic. So I'll put a link to their website on the end of the video. Okay, next things are other things I add in for brain health. Okay, flax is fantastic for omegas. There's 2 different kinds that you can use. Flax seeds, or the whole seeds, have a very earthy flavor. I do not use these in smoothies. I use these on salads, you know, more like where you're gonna sprinkle something on. My kids can tell they're in there, so I don't put that in there. But they're super high in omega-3s, which lowers your inflammation, and the fiber, again, helps create that sustained blood sugar through the whole morning. So this is flaxseed meal. So this is, it's like it's already ground up for you, but it kind of doesn't have as pungent of an earthy flavor. And so this is what I use. I put this in all baked goods, smoothies, all of that, okay? So great for lowering body inflammation, increasing fiber, awesome for brain health. Okay, let's see, I'm looking at all my things here. Okay, chia seeds, also super high in omegas, omega-3s, which you want. Those keep your inflammation down in your body. You do not want inflammation in your body, period, but especially around the brain area. And the fiber in these is really fantastic. So I use these all the time, love them. And they help, that fiber in there helps with the sustained blood sugar as well, okay? So those are good. Get those at Trader Joe's, that's where I get those. Okay, last thing, Sorry, checking my notes. Okay. Oh, avocado. That's the other thing. I don't have an avocado, so I was like, I know there's something else. I don't have an avocado to show you, but you know what one looks like. So avocado, you can hide that in a smoothie. Your kids will never have any idea. Those are also another super healthy fat that you need, and you need it for brain health, and super high in vitamin E. That's also got to have that for brain health. And I put about a half of one in there, like to start out. I mean, if that's for huge, you know, blender full, but start out with just a little bit, and it makes it really creamy. So that's awesome. Okay, the other thing that we do, sometimes I change it up and I don't do a berry smoothie. I'll do like a chocolate peanut butter banana or chocolate almond butter banana. I love this protein from Young Living. Not all proteins are created equal. So I'm not going to go into all the benefits of this one, but it is, see this complete right here? It's complete. Oh my goodness. It has so many good sources of protein, great antioxidants, great enzymes, all the things that you need for your protein. And protein is super, super important to get first thing in the morning for brain health. Okay, the other...
Tastes good.
And it tastes good.
Some proteins don't taste good.
Yes, some proteins don't taste good. Definitely. A lot of times the better for you proteins taste the worst. Okay, this one is not that way. So that's from Young Living. If you don't have a wholesale account with Young Living, get with me. You don't want to pay full price for anything with Young Living, and my daughter and I can help you with getting a wholesale account set up. Because the other thing you need from Young Living is this antioxidant drink. I put this in my kids' smoothies. The other way I get that in them, hold on one second. Okay, first, smoothie. Let's stay with the smoothies. Focus, right? I need to have my smoothie. Okay, so this is an antioxidant drink. It is, to my knowledge, the most complete, powerful, amazing, whatever antioxidant drink on the market. Okay, we've been drinking this for a couple of years. Absolutely love it. Get as much into our bodies as we can. My kiddos daily, me daily. Ryan travels with it, so we absolutely love it. 1 ounce, which is this much. Okay, I'm going to read this because this is a lot. The drink is called Ningxia Red. We call it our ninja juice. Okay, it's from Young Living also, just like the protein. Okay. So I'm going to tell you all the things. 1 ounce. It's a superfood. The base of it is a superfood. If you don't know what that is, that means like it's a power punch of nutrition. And one tiny little berry is the base. But 1 ounce is equivalent to eating 4 pounds of carrots, 2 quarts of carrot juice, 8 oranges, a pint of orange juice, 2 pounds of beets, 3 cups of beet juice, 3 cups of raspberries, and 2 cups of blueberries. It has 18 amino acids, 21 trace minerals, 6 essential fatty acids, B1, B2, B6, and E. Oh my goodness. Okay. So it's when I was, talking about immune support, because you're not just talking about brain health. I mean, when I make something for my kids, you know, food-wise, I want fuel, I want immune support, you know, brain support, all the things, you know. It's not... Think about this, mamas, okay, and grandmas, dads, whoever's watching. You're not just filling a hole, okay? You're not just filling their stomach up so they'll quit fussing about being hungry. This is your opportunity to literally change their health for life, okay? So you have to consider that. Every time you put something in their mouth, you have a choice. You know, you're either just filling the hole or you're fueling their body, okay? And you're creating healthy, you know, DNA, and cell replication, all of that, okay? So yes, you can drink the Ningxia just with water. We do that all the time too. You can actually just drink it straight. It's thick, but I love it that way too. So it just depends. Ryan takes it in, hold on. Okay. Yes, those are for you. It comes in travel packs. This is 2 ounces. And I always carry these in my purse, but also when he travels, he carries these with him so that he can get that every day. It doesn't have to stay cold, but it's kind of thick, so I like it better cold. So yes, the other, okay, so immune support, you want Ningxia. And brain health, eye health, heart health, all the things, okay? So I put a couple of ounces in a big smoothie. The other way I get Ningxia in my kids, this is not about smoothies, but, well, I guess it kind of is. These are popsicle things. See? And they're BPA-free plastic. You can get them off of Amazon. We got these at IKEA. They have a little plastic top that goes on them. But if you make a bunch of smoothie and you have some left over and you don't want to throw it away, this is what I do. And at the beginning of the week, I do this too. I'll make a big batch of smoothies with the Ningxia in it. And then that way they have it in the morning and the afternoon. So you just fill it up, put it in the freezer, and you're good to go. So popsicles, smoothie pops. Okay, that I think is everything we put in our smoothies. Look, my whole countertop is full of smoothie ingredients. But for real, guys, for yourselves or for your kiddos, don't just consider like, I got to get something in my stomach so I'm not hungry. I mean, every opportunity when you put something in your mouth is an opportunity to fuel your body and protect your heart, protect your brain, you know, boost your mood, all of those things with your food. So your food is your fuel, okay? So that's the way that I get lots and lots of great stuff in my kiddos to get started for the day. So thank you all for listening. And yes, I will get with you, Stephen, about the Ningxia. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys. I might do a surprise video tomorrow because I didn't do one another day this week, but I'll definitely see y'all next week. And I have a lot of other great things I'm super excited about next week. If you're looking to lower your cancer rate and you're looking to keep your immune system strong through the cold and flu season, especially women, tune in next week. All right, love you guys. Thank you.